Hello friends and welcome to day 43 of the 90-day video challenge. I can't even remember what I call it now, it's so tired. Stepping into 2020 on the right foot.
Is that what you said before?
Probably not.
I don't know.
But that's what I went with this time. It's been a long day. I got up early this morning and then went to work. I was at work like 13 hours or something, and then came home, and now I'm here and we're getting ready to do this, and then hopefully after this I'm going to go to bed.
We're going to rock this and then you can go to bed.
Okay.
Let's go.
So, we got word last night about Allison.
Yeah.
She passed her board. So did she talk to you at all today?
I don't remember her talking to me today.
Oh, yeah. I figured she would have called and had more to say. She seemed pretty excited about it.
No, I didn't talk to her today.
But the interesting thing is she's finding out how government works.
Yeah. Lots of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't matter whether it's the Real Estate Commission, the Tax Commission, the Cosmetology Board, the whatever board. They move at their own pace. But I do believe it's probably because they're understaffed. Most government agencies are.
Well, they're either understaffed or they're overbloated with bureaucratic type stuff.
That's true.
But that's just the way that it goes. Did the two younger ones get their pig pens cleaned out today?
They did. I don't really know how that went because I had a coaching session at 4, and then I did my Zoom call for the real estate school at 5. And then I cooked dinner and I had Reagan take them over, and then she picked them up. They ate dinner and I went to the booster meeting.
Yeah. So you had a busy evening as well.
Mm-hmm.
But that's good.
Busy. I mean, there's lots of things going on, which is good.
Yeah. So you had a booster meeting last night that we went to, and you had a booster meeting tonight. Mm-hmm. You're just boosting everything.
It's only the 2. We only do 2 booster clubs. I don't know. There's like 72 or something at the school.
Well, where we live, none of the extracurricular activities, whether it's sports or FFA or band or whatever else there might be, none of them get any support from the school. So the booster organizations have to raise all of the money that's used to support these groups and to make sure that the students have what they need to perform in their given field. And so it takes a lot of time. There's a lot of parents in this town that are up at the school late, lots of evenings. There's lots of instructors, teachers, school sponsors that do the same thing. Mm-hmm. Small town, a lot of times, it takes a lot of people to make the thing go around.
Well, and I was thinking too, I mean, there is only so many businesses in town, and they are hit up by all of the booster organizations. Mm-hmm. And so we have a lot of support in the small town by the local businesses, mm-hmm. which is important because we're coming up 2 weeks to Black Friday. So shop local.
That's right. Shop local. Yeah, and you can't say enough about some of the small businesses in this town. There are a lot of people that give very generously to all of the different organizations, and it's crazy. It's crazy how much support that this town gives to the school. And it shows. It shows in a lot of areas. We have an excellent band program. Mm-hmm. We have a very good FFA program. We have a very good athletic program. And so it's good to see those things paying off. So anyway, thank you to anyone and everyone that gives to the booster organizations in your town, whether that's a small town or a large town, because families and support, local support, is a good thing. Mm-hmm. So today was also day 9.
Was it day 9 or day 8?
It's day 9.
Okay.
Yesterday was
Oh, it's
day
Wednesday. 8. Oh, my word.
Yeah. It's almost Thursday now.
I did the Dream Factory, but I was still thinking that it was
right.
Day
So
8.
Day 9 of the 40-day prayer challenge, it was Dream Factory. And this verse for today is, we take captive every thought to make it obedient to Christ. Have you heard that before?
Mm-hmm. I have, and the spin on it is typically negative. You take care of or take every negative thought captive and make it obedient. And the spin on it today was not just the negative thoughts, but all thoughts take them captive and obedient to God's will.
And to do that means that even when you have good thoughts, if you have a good thought, or as this case is a God thought, and you don't do anything about it, then was it any different than letting a negative thought or a sinful thought come into your mind and grow?
That's a good question, isn't it? Is it any different?
Well, I think it's not any different at all. I think that, part of what we learn as we do this, as we go through this, is that when God gives us a prompting, it is our responsibility to move forward and to act on the things that He has, that He's planted within us. I saw a thing on Facebook today about prayer is not nagging God into your way of thinking. And I thought, that's true. I mean, the point is not to nag God into the way that we're thinking, but prayer is to have relationship with God so that when He speaks, we recognize His voice. Mm-hmm. When you were a kid, did you ever have trouble recognizing your dad's voice?
No.
I mean, not ever. Not in the store, and he would holler at you, and you'd be like, I don't know who that is. That sounds familiar.
Nope.
And why did you recognize his voice?
Because I heard it every day.
That's right. You were around it, and it was, it was part of who you are.
I have a flipping that for you. So whenever I was a kid, my dad is typically a hard sleeper, and we could be bringing the house down, like screaming, somebody's being murdered, and he would just sleep, kind of like Jesus on the boat. Mm-hmm. But if we would come to the door and go, Dad, he'd say, what? Because he knew that soft voice of, I need to talk to you. Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I think it's the same way with God. Mm-hmm. I mean, the Bible tells us as much. So, anyway, today was talking about how do we take those thoughts captive and make it obedient. There's a story in here of a man that started a foundation to feed hungry, malnourished children around the world, all because of a thought that he got that he made obedient to Christ.
They're making something like 1 million meals.
They can produce up to 18,000 packets every hour in their factory. And at the time this was written, that they had produced more than 1 million life-saving packets. So this book came out, in 2014, 2013?
Was it? No, I think it was like 2004. No, that was the Circle Maker that came out in 2004, 2012.
2012. So they probably made a lot more of those packets since then.
7 years, yeah.
So, one little thing can change the world for somebody else. And when we take our thoughts captive, make them obedient to Christ, then we are essentially taking the steps to change the world.
Now I'm going to have to get the Circle Maker and see when it was written, because I know whenever we were at Life Church and we were talking about it, I said that Mark had walked a 7-mile circle around Washington, D.C., and as soon as I said it, I said, oh, that was not what the book said. It had a 7 in it, but as soon as I did, I let the devil start going, you didn't say it right, it's not going to be right, and nothing's going to happen with that, it's not going to be able to be used. And then I thought, well, maybe that part they won't put in there. Of course, that's the part they put in there, and every time I'm like, I looked at the book again, it's a 4.7 mile. Oh, but the devil has not won, and there's been good response so far from the video, and hopefully there'll be families that are impacted by it.
Exactly.
So take the thought captive.
That's right. Don't let it get the best of you. Tomorrow is Crazy Faith. So another pastor that we listen to that's really not too far from us in Tulsa, Pastor Michael Todd, has been preaching on Crazy Faith for about 11 weeks now. So there's some amazing things happening at Transformation Church over in Tulsa. And so if you get a moment, you might check out some of the sermons from Crazy Faith that he has. But don't do it until after you read day 10 of the 40-day prayer challenge. So we're looking forward to tomorrow being Crazy Faith. And tomorrow is supposed to again be, well, I think it's supposed to be about like today. It's a little warmer today.
Yeah, like 34 degrees.
It was in the 50s.
Oh, it did not feel like it was in the 50s.
So anyway, so tomorrow will hopefully be a beautiful day like today was. So now it's time for you to do your thankfulness things. What are you thankful for today?
Today I am thankful for being able to wake up in a community, in a city, in a country where I'm free to get up and I don't have somebody that is right there trying to bring me down.
Yeah.
We talked about, in my Bible study today, we talked about the missionaries in Japan and how there's only one church for like every 19,000 people, and that they are lucky to see 5 salvations in a year. And there's such oppression there. I'm glad that I don't live there, and it makes me think how much prayer needs to be for the people that do live there.
Mm-hmm. It's true. We probably don't focus enough on things like that, especially here in America, where we have it easy.
Yeah.
So today, I'm thankful for being able to come home and see the smiling faces of my family. I know that there are people that are in broken home situations. There are parents that are separated from children via blended families or divorce, and you're not able to see your kids every day. There's people that are going through divorce right now that it's super fresh and it really hurts and you're not able to see your kids. I'm thankful that I get to come home to my family. And they may not always be thankful when I get here because sometimes I can be cranky, but I'm thankful to get to see them and to hear about their day and to just let them know how much I love them. So that's what I'm thankful for today.
Awesome.
All right. Tomorrow, day 44, right? And then Crazy Faith. So I'm looking forward to it.
It'll be good. See you tomorrow.
Bye.